Hi there and welcome to Hayden, Pilates Teacher Training. I'm so glad that you have shown an interest in my Pilates Teacher Training program. So I just want to tell you a little bit about my program. Basically, I've been in the health and wellness industry for 30 plus years. A number of years ago, I was exposed to Pilates and fell in love because of the injuries that surround my body. One of the things I find fascinating with Joseph Pilates is he was somebody who thought outside of the box. And I think him and I would have got along really well because that's definitely what I do. So I've taken his program, which from his vantage point, he had a dancer background. I had a soccer background. So my pliability in my musculature is vastly different. I also suffered some injuries when I was a child, and that's left my alignment quite off. That's something I'm always working on. So what I've done is I have taken a variety of different exercises from my personal training background, from my restorative yoga practices, and basically put everything together, encompassing what I would see best fit for a person in front of me who wasn't necessarily your typical body. You know, it's one thing to come into a fitness class in your 20s and think, hey, I love what I'm doing here. It's a whole nother thing when you come into a class 50, 60, 70, 80. And when I started being presented with a lot of clientele that was 60 plus, as well as my pre-postnatal clients, I saw that there was just this missing gap in the types of exercises that I had been trained in. So what I've done is I've compilated everything in several different textbooks, and I have several that are still in progress, but I offer the teacher training starting with mat Pilates. Mat Pilates is foundational. It's the groundwork. It's where you start to really learn which muscles are doing the work to connect you with your body. Now, I don't recommend mat Pilates for a lot of my clients because I work with an older demographic, and I sometimes work with people who are injured or are combining their Pilates sessions with like an osteopath or a physiotherapist. So in that regard, my system is just a little different than the average. I also find it extremely important to make sure that you have a solid foundation and you really know what you're getting into before you proceed. So everything in my program is done with modules. The next module that you would jump into if you wanted to progress for mat Pilates would be going into reformer, which I've also broken down into beginner and intermediate. The reason for this is oftentimes when you're first a new instructor, it can be quite overwhelming to try and explain to people how they can get themselves into these advanced moves. And honestly, 30 plus years in the fitness industry, there's not a lot of people who really go to the advanced moves, especially in Pilates. I owned a studio for a number of years, and we had classes going from 5 in the morning until 8 at night at one point, and there was one advanced class twice a week. Everything else was beginner, intermediate. I also broke it down into demographics. So we had all our under 40s, we had our retired and fit, we had our pregalicious, you name it. We even had a teen class. So it's really important for people who are interested in the Hayden Pilates Teacher Training program to know that my style and my methodology is vastly different from what's out there. But I really encourage you to look around. It's not about just finding your best deal. There's so many options right now. I offer my program really flexible because I was in a smaller town when I created my fitness studio, and it was really challenging to try and find people who would come in and certify. So I offer it as a hybrid program. So depending on where I am in the world, you could come and see me where I'm located. And you can also do part of my program online. If you so choose, you can do the full program online. Now I know there's some naysayers about doing things online, but honestly, in this industry, not everybody lives in a grand metropolis and has access to so many different people right at their beck and call. I certainly didn't. I had to travel. I had to take things online way before online was even a thing. So anyways, I want to let you know that I am here for you. Not only am I here just for your teacher training program, but after, when you decide whether or not you want to work in a studio, whether or not you want to work for yourself, or whether you want to travel like I do, I am here to send you in the right direction and support you in your teacher training from the time you embark on a course with me and well into the future. So I'll leave this with you. Think about it. I'm here for you, and Oh, P.S. I have a lot of requirements. So if you're looking for a weekend course, you might as well stop now. If you're looking to get into something that you can take the next 6 months, maybe a year, and like focus on getting yourself to an amazing level, like I take all my clients, by all means, I am here for you. So www.mariehayden.com. That is my health and wellness profile. But soon, coming soon, is going to be more information on my Pilates teacher training. Right now, you can find me at www.blisswellnessmexico.com. Wherever you find me, feel free to drop me an email at marie@mariehayden.com. Thanks so much for listening. And wherever your Pilates takes you, I'm so glad you're spending time spreading the love of Pilates.